Hello everyone in the whole of the UK. Today another first from your progressive lefty government.
Welcome to our brand new phone-in. Here you can ask members of your government questions about how they are doing and what they intend for a bright new Labour future.
However, please discourage your granddads and grannies from phoning us. With me in this government, they haven't got a future.
The subject for today's phone-in is stopping the boats.
Or not stopping the boats, which is more accurate.
Just to be clear, we have totally abandoned any possibility of stopping the boats. Heartwarming scenes like this will be repeated again and again as more and more of these greedy scroungers arrive on our shores to avail themselves of our taxpayers' generosity. Incidentally, calling them illegals will soon become a major crime.
Just like being a white male will be. Now, just to be totally transparent, we know we may have told a few little porkies in our manifesto, but it was all for the best because we know what is best for you.
Never forget that. We knew the public was actually pretending they didn't want mass immigration. We knew, because of our superior intelligence, that you positively yearn for the chance to destroy your traditional democratic way of life, and the best way to do that was to flood the country with scroungers, criminals and terrorists.
We could see that having to live such a safe, quiet, peaceful existence is, to be frank, a bit of a bore. And you already realised there was absolutely no chance that we were going to stop the boats, didn't you? I mean, we could hardly get rid of the ECHR and the next minute apply for membership of the EU now, could we?
We are a government whose finger is on the pulse of what you are thinking and whose hands are around your throats. You must trust us. We know what you are thinking before you actually think it. And even if you think you are going to think something we are not going to like, we will convince you that you have made a mistake thinking you are going to think it.
And we act accordingly and tell you what to think, so you don't make a terrible mistake.
That is what we call proactive government.
We knew you really wanted those heroic young scroungers to come over here and take from us without giving anything except abuse, verbally and in other ways. We never intended to stop the boats. And now that we're elected, there is no point lying. I mean, no point saying that.
Some ill-informed people say we are a brainless, incompetent and gutless government. And this is why we have hordes of young men roaming the country with nothing to do. To these people we say that truthing like that, with this government in power, could be a very dangerous thing to do.
We're all slowly getting used to high levels of crime, though some people are very unhappy about it. But ask yourself, what does it matter if crime trebles or even quadruples? One murder victim is a tragedy to one family, just as several murder victims are tragedies to lots of families. One family or lots of families, what's the difference? Just remember Uncle Joe's philosophy.
And your government is making it much more difficult for you to find out about crime levels in the UK and who is actually committing them. We don't want you getting worried now, do we?
Happy days are here again, the skies above are clear again.
It's time for our first caller, John Red Robbo, who lives in Liverpool city centre. What have you got for us today, John?
Oh, Rachel, I think your new hairdo is fucking shite, by the way. I've just seen a group of illegals pinching from the sweet shop on the corner. Never could stand a bastard that owned owns that shop. He never liked our sort of people. He shouted at me when I stole handfuls of his sweets and pissed on his fucking van. So thanks to you for making this country a better place for people like me and the dingy scroungers. Well, thanks, John, and... I'm gonna go now. The illegals have got the shopkeeper on the ground. I'm gonna help them give him a good fucking kicking, the English bastard. Bye.
Well, someone who's obviously delighted with the way things are going.
Next caller is Sammy Saville from Leeds. Hello, Sammy.
Hello, guys and gals. Thought I'd call in to congratulate you on what you're doing getting more of these scroungers from the world's shitholes into the UK. It helps me a lot.
And could you just explain to us how they help you, Sammy?
Oh, yeah. When they're outside the little girls' school, I mingle with a crowd of them so nobody notices me. How's about that, then?
To be absolutely certain of impartiality, our callers today were selected by BBC's Question Time.